story. Whereas if even the characters are just like, doesn't matter, I'm just like,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I feel the same. Like,
I turn into that SpongeBob.
I just
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just don't care. Like, if the characters don't care, I don't care.
Exactly.
And if
But, maybe that's just
the
my
difference
generation.
is, if I don't care, I don't want to watch it.
Exactly. Alright, let's try this again. We're down here with these two mooks. Here's a blob.
I just I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm gonna try to lure them. Because I got this right here on the spikes. Come on. And that's it. I'm taking it. Go! Go!
Okay. And he didn't see you.
Nope, he
so,
didn't. Because, just as he turned around.
Yeah.
Okay, now what fresh hell awaits me in this level? Alright, we got a big boy. We got a bunch of mines down there.
I like the one that's, in the little cage. That's how I feel at the last hour of work.
I don't know why, but, the last half hour, no matter what the shift, is just the slowest.
It is.
Each minute
Takes
ticks
forever.
down. And I'm not even staring at the clock. I just, do
Oh,
rounds.
they respawn.
Well, shit.
Rude.
Alright, so that didn't work. Hey, let's spend another part on just this puzzle. That just seems to be this game now. There's only one level left. I'll be done in one part. Wrong. Each puzzle of the last level will take a part. Woof. Hooray!
Well, it doesn't help that, before it was the bombs, once they're destroyed, they stay gone. Now they're respawning.
That didn't work.
To me, that's a shitty game tactic because you're,
Well, right now I'm just figuring out how to get down there.
they're changing up the rules now.
Nope, that didn't work.
Oh, he got ya. Reach out and touch me.
I was gonna say, peekaboo, here comes my fist.
Ah,
Yeah. Alright. So we turn around there. Maybe.
well, because as soon as you hit that thing, the little bouncy guy is gonna...
Haha! Fuck!
Ah,
I wanted him to detonate off the big guy.
well, he respawned, so...
Alright. Maybe I can do it and then quickly call Blob when I get back to the top. I'll bounce and be like, Blob, hurry! Haha! Okay, cool.
Keep in mind that he's gonna respawn.
Not the big guy.
Oh.
The big guy does not respawn.
So what was the point of all the little ones at the bottom?
I don't know. Just so you couldn't drop down?
Maybe.
But I mean, you'd fall to your death anyway. I don't know. Keep in mind, I don't like this game too much. We're going through the phases of just acceptance of where it's just I respect the people who like the game, and it's that's cool, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
You like it? Fine. I don't.
I would say the aesthetic is the only part of this game that I'm like, it's a beautiful looking game. Everything else about it, fuck it.
And I'm about to say, screw these little blobs in cages. They're starting to become more trouble than they're worth. Nope. Well, at least when I die, I respawn back here.
Yeah, you don't have to go through the big guy again.
Just gotta get that angle. There we go. We got him. Oh, fuck.
Ah,
Forgot to jump.
we got him! Just kidding.
Let me guess. I gotta free him again.
Yep. These are too far.
Yeah, way too far. Come on. Could you imagine if I didn't know that you could change the trajectory of your beans? Because, if you just press it, he'll just flick the bean. Whereas if you hold it in... Ah, shit. Boy, you're not old enough to know about that. Boy, you held that together like a pro. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Son of a bitch.
Again, all popcorn content is for ages 13 and up.
Boy meets a girl, and it's just like, I know how to flick the bean. She's like, yeah? He just like tosses a jelly bean. She's like, oh.
It's about right.
Ah! Cool. I start here now. Come on. Whee! Careful, careful. I make king noises when I'm nervous. I care about my people.
Oh my god, that was, you lost your shit.
I just love how it wasn't like screaming, it was like a legit like animal noise. I gotta tell you, I love that show.
I really enjoy the show too. We're talking about Owl House.
And like, it's nice to finally find something on Disney that's not from my past that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Whereas for so long, just like the newer stuff, I'm just like, not a fan. Even the newest DuckTales, I surprisingly was just like not on board with it. Because everyone wanted to be the funny, sarcastic character.
Yeah.
And it got grating for me. It felt like a Marvel movie, but not a well-written one.
Well, I think that's the thing is like the new DuckTales is catering to the new generation, and that's how they are. Just everything is sarcastic. Everything is supposed to be funny. Nothing is serious. Nothing is, you know, worth stressing over. Like, it's literally all fun and games.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, there's still stakes in DuckTales, but, like, when all your characters are just like, meh, then I'm just like, meh.
Like I said, that's the new generation. Like, I can see that even working with them. They just don't give a shit about anything.
Right. And, like, maybe just stakes don't matter to them then. Whereas, like, I feel like stakes are a very integral? Is that how you pronounce that word?
I think so.
Integral? Part of the story.
Ah!
Like, if I'm afraid of your villain, I'm more invested in the story.
Same.
If I feel like the stakes are high, I'm more invested in your story. If I feel like characters could die, I'm more invested in the story. Whereas if even the characters are just like, doesn't matter, I'm just like, doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I feel the same. Like,
I turn into that SpongeBob.
Doesn't
matter.
Yeah, I just don't care. Like, if the characters don't care, I don't care.
Exactly.
And if,
But,
like,
maybe that's just
the
my
difference
generation.
is, if I don't care, I don't want to watch it.
Exactly.
Whereas I feel like the younger kids that these shows are
Kids these days.
We've reached that age. But the generation that these shows are designed for they relate to that rather than like, oh, they don't care, so I don't care. They're just like, hey, I don't care either. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, I get it. Because, like, even the Owl House is like that to an extent. But I feel like there's just more reason than one, diversity in the characters.
Yeah.
In their personalities, and, like, who they are as a character.
Well, that's the thing. Not everyone is trying to be funny. I feel like the one that's, like, trying to be funny is mostly King. Luce just wants to be a witch.
Okay.
She's just doing her best, trying to be a witch. And then the one that, like, I would say doesn't care but cares would be Ida. I really like Ida's character. Yeah.
I know, like...
I really like Ida's character,
I
too.
read into it, and Ida is kind of like some people really like her, some people don't. Just because it's the old, like, I pretend to care, but I really do. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I understand how, like, that's a very played trope, especially for, like, the story where, like, the protagonist is very young.
But that's the
and
thing.
mentor
It
is just
suits.
like, I don't give a
but
shit.
that's the thing. It suits the story.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
it is a stereotypical character trait, but it still works. Like, it's
I'm
not.
glad I'm not the only one that stutters and makes mistakes on this commentary show.
Yeah.
It would just be weird if I was all alone and you'd be like, get your shit together.
Oh no,
We kind of passed the torch.
I can barely speak myself. I was just telling you how I short-circuited at work the other day. I went to try and say a bit brash, and I got stuck on the bees, and then I panicked, and I just, like, kept going because I couldn't get past the bees. So I was just like, and my coworker was like, what's happening? And then I got scared.
You said in Klonoa? Equip death or something like that?
Oh, I don't remember.
It was something like that. Uh-oh. We're not ready for this yet.
Its power is beyond any of you. Run!
Blob's like, I can't be a trampoline on an angle.
That can't be a trampoline.
Especially going at a 90-degree angle.
Alright, so that didn't work.
Boy never stood a chance.
We're gonna hit the brakes this time. Aha! Perfect. You know, once in a million tries, the game does what I want it to do.
But only, like, after a million tries.
Yes.
Is that going to be enough for him to fall through?
We're gonna find out.
No.
No. Okay, let's try it again.
Blob's like, I was in lava.
Looks more like Sunkiss to me.
Shit. Aww.
Alright, I'll blame myself for that one.
It's a fantasy.
I like it. Is this the real life or is this just fantasy? Haha! See, he's stupid. He doesn't know to turn around. It's not like the ones that remind me of Wesker that go.
I know.
Booey!
Is this the real life? Or is it a fantasy?
Yep, that's what I was referring to.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
I wonder if my beam is gonna reach.
Just open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
Splish. No, Blob. There you go.
Why did he get a beat?
I know, Blob's like, but those are mine!
Blob is like Luna, to where if you like fill up Bupka's bowl first, she immediately goes to Bupka's bowl. She's like,
No, I get first dibs.
I think it's funny because she's just like a nosy cat.
definitely.
So whenever we put a treat in Wesker's bowl, she's like, I have to check it out. Like, I have to make sure.
Hang on,
and
gotta
see
make
what
sure
it
it's
is.
not poison.
And Wesker's just like,
When I did roofing, I had a coworker that would do that. The waitress or like whoever would bring fries and be like, hang on, gotta check to make sure it's not poison. You're good. Every time. You'd be like, hold on, Junior. Gotta make sure it's not poison. I think you're good.
I like, to me it'd be funny the first time. After that I would just start getting pissed off. I'd be like, fucking get your own.
It was for everybody. My dad would order like a plate for everybody, and he'd just be like, hang on, Junior. Gotta make sure it's not poison. And I'm like, let the old man pretend
I'd
he's funny,
I'd start
damn it.
biting a bitch. I'd be like, get your own goddamn fries. I get mean when I'm hungry. So do you.
So do I. I give you a couple clues though. I don't just start going.
Can I help you with anything down there? Yeah, go ahead and make the rice. So we'll be done, right? In like 20 minutes. 20 minutes! And then you go upstairs.
Just tuck my tail between my legs.
Oh
and
my
head
god, I
upstairs.
almost died the first time you tried to cook a pork tenderloin in the oven, and you were like, yeah, like 15 minutes, right? I'm like, baby, it's gonna take like an hour for that to cook. You're like, an hour? I'm hungry now! I was like, Jesus Christ.
And that's when I realize I'm king.
What? An hour? I'm hungry now. Yeah.
Well, because it's like your body also doesn't give me any hints of like, hey, I'm going to start cooking now because you're going to be hungry in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, are you hungry? No, not really. And then 25 minutes later, you're like, no! Like, okay, not much I can do.
So just keep a glass of water while you're cooking. When it starts to ripple.
I know. Just, the T-Rex is coming.
Be like, he's hungry.
But it's so funny because, like, you get, like, verbally mean when you're hungry.
Oh.
Not necessarily mean, but, like, you'll be real short and kind of, like, sarcastic and just whenever you're hungry. I'm like, okay, hangry, like, whatever. I get physically violent.
Just start swinging. Honey, what were you thinking for? Oh, hey! Is that chicken nuggets? So what kind of Subway do you like?
Oh my god, that will forever live in my brain as one of my favorite memories. And I don't know why, it was just so wholesome and just like, just the attempt was there. And it just made me so happy. So this was like, I know I talked about it in a different playthrough, I don't remember which one. But when my mom was in the hospital and I went to go visit her, I came home kind of late and you were you were trying to cook dinner. And you just put like a whole chicken breast on a frying pan.
Yeah.
And you were trying to hide it when I walked in. And you were like, so what kind of Subway do you like? I was like, what's that?
Check
and you're
this
like, don't
out.
worry about it. It's fine. And I'm like, no, what is that?
Da, 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 da. Together! Push! Yeah!
Let's take the whole town and
push it somewhere
over
else. Alrighty. And by the way, this is the final challenge.
Okay, so boy is supposed to be like 3 or 4 years old.
I'd say
you know?
5 at the oldest. Yeah.
Well, like the kid that he's based off of was like 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
He is
Okay.
very, very, very young, still like a toddler, and that's why he can't like jump very far. He can't like do a lot of things because he's just a child, right?
Exactly. That's why he can't like lift rocks.
Does he have fucking lead shoes that he is cracking and breaking these boulders when he jumps on them? Like,
He's got steel toe boots.
like he's just a toddler. Why is he breaking boulders when he
Yeah.
jumps on them?
No, I never thought of that until now.
Huh.
Oh, so there's a bunch of switches in this puzzle.
Joy.
Alright. Switches down there, switches up here. No, it actually brings me a little bit of joy because so far I haven't had too much trouble.
Okay.
I'm just like, okay, that's what I gotta do, and I do it. And I'm just like, cool, that's what I had to do. Neat. And then other times it's just like, what do I have to do? That's not a problem because it's a puzzle is supposed to like you go through all the stuff you're supposed to do. It's when I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to do this. Oh no, it was what I was supposed to do first, just not exactly how I was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Because there are thousands of games I play. Zelda's a big one where it's just like you have a bunch of tools, figure out which one you use for which situation. Granted, it also helps that there's not one-hit kills.
Yeah.
So like if you goof on a puzzle, you're either A, stuck, or B, you just
Take a little,
take a little bit of damage. Also, it's all about you and your tools. You're not relying on another AI
Yeah.
most of the time. I think there's like... That didn't work. Did you like that? It's the little thing of child abuse that just
That just warms
tickles.
my heart.
warms the cockles of your heart.
uh,
Alright, so let's see here. We did this. And we only have a couple beans in this one. We can only use the trampoline.
see, and I feel like I don't like that aspect where
They take some of the
they
beans
take,
away.
yeah, like you get them and
Yeah.
then they take them away because it's like, oh no, having that one will be too easy.
Right.
And it's like, then why did you give it to me?
I liked it when they took Blob away and you had to do a level without Blob because that's very common in games.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get captured and be like, they took
Yeah,
my weapons.
they take your stuff.
and you have to like get it back. But that only happens like once, maybe twice max.
Yeah.
This level constantly shuffles what beans it wants to give you.
Yeah.
And that gets annoying because half the time the beans aren't even in the same spot.
Right.
So I think, oh, I don't have the trampoline. But they
then
moved the
you
trampoline. And I'm just like, oh, I did have the trampoline. Well, shit. Okay, cool, cool. Now, for my next trick,
Come on.
I'll head on down. Whee! Head down again. Boot. Alright, that's that one. And one more. I believe it's the one down below. There you are! Hello! Hello!
I was waiting for it. I love that, like, the cream falling off his face into the cup was a complete accident.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Aw.
It just like, it was so hot on set that the cream was like melting off of his face. And he just improvised that whole scene. And I was just like, of course he did.
I love it. He's the master of improv. God, I miss him. I also really liked how, like on shows like the Graham Norton, he didn't always own the scene. Like he would let others talk and be funny.
Yeah.
Whereas like one-on-one, he was like a wildfire. He like took over the show.
Yeah.
But if there was like other guests or other comedians,
He would still let them.
yeah, he'd let them do their shtick and like once in a while just let in a little impression or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like I always found that very cool because it's very easy to like get carried away
Oh, yeah.
and like talk over or overshadow the other comedians on the set. But like, yeah. God, what a treasure.
Yep.
I wish we'd hear more from the guy that did impressions of him. Because, like, remember that TikTok that went around where, like, he did impressions of, like, all the movies? And, like, this dude just sound and looked like Robin Williams.
I don't remember that, actually.
I wonder whatever happened to him. Alrighty, there it is.
Oh,
the
man.
Keep of the Emperor itself. We're going to do that in the next episode.
Doodles!
Woohoo! Hoot hoot!
Hoot hoot!